Khamzat Chimaev made a major splash in his return to the middleweight division on Saturday when he bested former welterweight champion Chimaev Usman in the UFC 294 co-main event. Chimaev remained undefeated with a majority decision over short-notice replacement opponent Chimaev Usman. During a backstage post-fight interview with Megan Olivi, Chimaev Usman appeared emotional and had difficulty expressing himself after his loss. He continues and stated, "You almost forget what it feels like. But if anything that I could say I take away from tonight, it's that I need to trust myself more, trust my coaches, and we'll be back. I kept coming off the couch in 10 days, and fighting a young, hungry boy like that, who's big and strong, has had a year and a half to really grow into this weight class. I didn't trust my shape. I'm a championship fighter, and you can't start slow like that. I say, give me a couple of extra rounds. I think the world knows what that result might be." The fight at UFC 294 was Usman's debut at middleweight in the promotion. While the future remains unclear, UFC President Dana White told MMA Junkie and other reporters. White said at a post-fight news conference, "That's up to him. That guy has done it all. When you look at his career, look at what he's done. He's the greatest welterweight of all time. He doesn't get enough credit, stepped up, took this fight at 185. Whatever he wants to do, I'm good with." Chimaev appeared to me emotional after his win and spent much of his post-fight speech calling out for peace. Chimaev used his post-fight interview to address the Israel-Palestine conflict by saying, "Guys, you know what's happening in the world right now. I wasn't happy in the cage to fight this week. I see the kids dying. It doesn't matter where in the world. Ukraine, Syria, Afghanistan, Palestine, USA, doesn't matter. When kids die, it's hard, guys. Inshallah, we'll be good in the world. I hope so. Muslim, Christian, Jewish, doesn't matter. Let us live in this world good and let us be happy." Chimaev said during his post-fight interview with former dual-weight champion Daniel Cormier, "I didn't come here for the titles. Just make money and be happy. Dana, White, and Hunter Campbell, thank you for everything. I was in the gym, a small room, 2 meters. All I wanted was just better training stuff. I didn't have food. It's because of these I am who I am today. Zlatan, thank you, brother. You come to support me. It's crazy. I love my job. I love these guys and I'm happy I was good for my mum today." Chimaev praised Usman for his performance but couldn't continue the scrum after getting emotional. Chimaev said, "Usman is a great fighter. I'm happy because I won the fight and I don't know. A lot of things in my heart, so sorry guys." Costa still made the trip to Abu Dhabi to watch 2 potential opponents square off at the Etihad Arena on Saturday night. However, Costa switched into fight mode when a fan attacked him.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Leo, what the fuck? Leo, what the fuck? Leo! Yo, who's he fighting?
The 32-year-old took to X to react to the incident. Costa wrote, "Don't mess with me, Lil Chen Chen. I send you back home with smack straight in a big forehead. My right arm is working already." He added, "I told you guys I could fight tonight." Naturally, Dana White had something to say about the incident. The UFC CEO seemed to suggest Costa was attacked by an associate of Chimaev, White said, during the UFC 294 post-fight press conference. "With the group of people we had here in the building tonight, it was like a powder keg in there. That thing was just ready to pop off. I've never seen something like that. Somebody from the crowd go after a fighter, but we handled it, we contained it." In the co-main event, Khamzat Chimaev earned his BBJ brown belt with a majority decision win over Chimaev Usman. McGregor had several things to say about that fight as well. McGregor posted on X, "Chimaev is stellar in the first round. Had he opted out of the body triangle for the regular hooks to keep Usman flattened out, it's a first round stoppage. He switched to the body triangle and allowed Usman crunch up and defend. You cannot flatten them out on a body triangle." Then he changed his mind. He posted on X, "You know what? Chimaev may need to prove more for a 185 ilbite title shot for me. He must beat a true 185er. Rebook Chimaev vs Costa." Overall, McGregor wasn't impressed with the fight and explained why. Not a tremendous fight. It could have became 1/5 rounds, however. The lack of urgency post-sprawling that takedown at the start of round 3 was disappointing and not indicative of what's on the table with a W. Happy to let opponent back up and recenter and tip-tap away. Michael Bisping reacts on Khamzat versus Usman and he think it was a draw. He stated on his YouTube channel,
"He had an outstanding showcase performance in round 1, but then after that, Chimaev Usman turned into the Chechen nightmare. He was a nightmare for Khamzat Chimaev." Now after the fight, and it was a victory for Khamzat Chimaev, I'll be honest, I think it should have been a draw.
Chael Sonnen disagrees with Michael Bisping that it was not a draw or nor Usman has won, and he stated on his YouTube channel,
"This was very clearly a fight that was won by Chimaev. It was very clearly Chimaev's fight because he very clearly won rounds 1 and 3. If you said he won round 2, I would be fine with that. If you said he didn't win round 2, I would be fine with that. It was competitive. If you asked me to score it, he did win round 2. He clearly won round 1. Clearly won round 3. I thought he won round 2. I won't make a fuss. A lot of people saying, hey, that's a 10-8 in the first round. And generally speaking, to be a 10-8 at some point within the round must have been eligible for stoppage. Meaning at some point within the round, if the referee would have stepped in and waved it off with a TKO, we all would have said, yeah, I can see that.
Justin Gaethje feel very angry on decision of judges, and he reacted on X. 210 rates get these fucking guys out of here. When does AI start judging fights? These humans are incompetent. He continued by posting on X. Maybe it wasn't 210 or 8s, but I can't figure how we got 229-27. Chimaev told TNT Sports and other reporters in a media scrum, I dominated the guy first round. In the first round, last minute, I think I broke my hand. It was hard to wrestle and keep him down, but I couldn't use my right hand. So we'll see what's happening. Maybe it's broken, maybe not, but you feel fucking pain. I don't know. I don't care. I won. My hand was up. Joe Rogan reacted on injured knee of Usman, and he stated on livestream,
Kamaru has destroyed knees. His knees are up, man. It's like he's in constant pain. He fights in pain. Like his knees are so up that he walks downstairs backwards. Yeah, that up in a world champion. That he was so up that he told me that he had to walk on the grass, like he was next to the sidewalk. The sidewalk hurt too much, so he'd walk on the grass. If you look at the difference between the musculature in his legs and the musculature in his upper body, it's a drastic difference. And I think a lot of that is because of the destroyed knees.
Well, if you look at the way he grapples, a lot of his wrestling is done with upper body.
Middleweight contender Dricus du Plessis wrote on Twitter, I'll make it look easy. The South African standout was previously in line to score the next 185-pound title shot. However, Still Knox passed on the opportunity to compete at UFC 293 in Sydney, paving the way for Sean Strickland's massive upset over then-champion Israel Adesanya. Now, du Plessis is stranded in no man's land. UFC CEO Dana White said after promising the winner of Chimaev Usman the crack at Strickland's middleweight crown, I don't know where that puts him. It puts him fighting somebody. He'll end up fighting somebody. Chimaev, 29, improved to 13-0 with his victory over Usman and could be paired off against Strickland in the first quarter of 2024. As for Usman, 36, he's likely to return to the 170-pound weight class to focus on making another run at the welterweight title. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to channel and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos.